Hello, it's Davanci Road. So we are live, and this is the first time I've ever gone live. I have a little list, of course. I always have a list. So I guess we just wait for people to join. I don't know. Not sure how it works, but should be interesting. Um, so while I'm waiting for people to join, I want to go over just a couple things. Um, I want to thank Matt and Steve. They've been working the last couple days for free because I ran out of money um, because I haven't been having yard sales. So that's awesome. They just want to see me get on the road and phone's ringing. That's crazy. So they've been working like crazy trying to get me out of here. We're still working on the van. Matt is doing the brakes, or not the brakes, he's doing the AC right now. And I got rear-ended the other day on the freeway, so the cargo box won't attach to the back of the van right now. So I have to kind of lift it up to get it on there, and I can't do it. So he's trying to get it to where that will close. Otherwise, it would just swing open while I'm driving, and obviously that's not going to work. So I was planning on leaving at 11 today, but it's looking like later on today or tomorrow. But I'm hoping for later on today. So I want to thank Susan for coming over and helping me clean. Robert, he took a bunch of library books back for me and took some trash out of here. Murphy, she's been helping me like crazy. Um, Cheyenne and Caden, say hi to them. Hi everybody. Food Nut Bombs, I want to say thanks to them. They came and picked up, they're so busy, and they were able to come and pick up all my extra food, so it didn't have to go in the trash. So that's super, super awesome. I didn't want to throw food away. The landlord for letting me stay here all this extra time, but I've really gotten the house clean, and I hope that she can sell it quickly. Yuri, thank you, Yuri, for bringing me the boxes to transport the birds today. Thank you, Sanctuary, for taking the birds. Sanctuary's been awesome. They did have a flood, so it's been a lot to try to get these birds there. Jamie has brought me my my mail, and she's bringing me my mail again this morning, and bringing her birds. She's got 4 pairs and a single that's going to Sanctuary, and she wanted to spend as much time with them as she could. Thank you to everyone who donated to help make this Sanctuary trip happen, and everyone who donated personal items for me for the van. That's so sweet. You guys are so awesome. My gosh. Yeah, so let me show you what's going on. I don't know how to turn this camera around. Let me see if I can figure it out. Maybe I don't know how. Old people don't know how to work this stuff. I need the kids here. They always can help with this kind of stuff. Bloop. Let's see. Oh, here we go. So here's all the birdies. Here's Mama. Oh, Mama. Hi, baby. Hi, baby Mama. Yep. And then the other girl, she is already got her diaper on, and she's outside. There's trash that's still got to go out. This house was clean, but we've been packing stuff from the backyard out to the van because I had everything in the backyard in tents. So all the stuff that was going in the van with me wasn't in the house. So look at this. There's still so much going on. So I got a lot packed though. Everything is packed underneath the storage area. Let me see if I can show it to you. So all my electronics and stuff and my clothes are under there. All of my atlases and stuff are there. Let me see if I can move this. I've got so much food, guys. Oh my gosh. That's just a little bit of the food. It's crazy. And then like that's all my spices. I couldn't find a spot for that, so I think it's gonna go under my chair. I haven't put my plants in yet, but there's the box for the plants. We've got this nifty little side wall, and it lights up. It's so cool, but it's so hard to get a video of because during the day you can't really see the lights, and at night that's all you can see. You can't see the the actual cool wall. And then we're gonna put a little octopus picture over this to hold in the stuff that's gonna go in this area. This is all my decorations I haven't had time for yet. Jewelry stuff is up here. I've got my baby girl, a little nest back here so she can sleep right next to my head. And I found this little block. We needed to put a block here to make the nest even, and it's so cute. It says so little and so loved. And then stuff down behind here. There's so much stuff stuffed back in here. Let's see. Just got the plastic back on. Underneath these floorboards is all my kitchen stuff and more food. It's just crazy. And then let's see. We've got a perch back here. All my spices are back here. I want to hang my little towel back here. It says, welcome to our nest. Got my heater. Of course, my little drum, because, you know, might have a drum circle somewhere. This needs something in front of it to hold this stuff in. But he built this amazing box, and it just got put in yesterday. So, look at this. All my tea and drinks. And then I've got my little cup and stuff down there. And then in this one is all of my, this is my art supplies. And then this is stuff for the van, like to paint, finish all the inside stuff that I've been doing. London, Murphy's kid made this for me. Isn't this cute? Look at this. It says, travel as much as you can, as far as you can, as long as you can. Life is not meant to be lived in one place. And then she did a little tent with the moon, and she even did a little van. Oh, like that is so cute. And a little flower, and it says Van Life 2021. It's adorable. And then this was a little octopus that me and the kids finger knitted. So here's her cage. And we found this funny little sign that says poop deck. It's adorable. Here's some more stuff for making jewelry. I've got her bird seed. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff. She's got her own little fan. Bloop. We've got a big fan here. And then up top, this fan, it's meant originally to pull air out so you don't get the condensation and stuff in here. But what's cool about this fan is if you click the button, it will also work as a ceiling fan. So we've got 3 fans, which is super cool. So, and then my fridge, my trash can, but I have not put my food in the fridge yet. I've even got a little emergency kit. So I've got an emergency kit for people, and I've got a bigger one in the back. And this is an emergency kit for animals. So there's stuff in there for mammals and birds, because y'all know that if I find an injured animal, I'm going to be rescuing it. So, and at least finding a rescue to get it to, and yeah. Let's see what else. There's so much cool stuff in here. So this octopus was from Michael's dad. He passed away recently, and I really loved his dad. And so Michael gave me a whole bunch of his stuff to sell at yard sale, because this was something his dad wanted to do, was travel and see things and go places. And he worked his whole life and passed away right as he was retiring. So it's nice to be able to put little touches of him in here, and the little octopus thing that will cover this to hold the jewelry in also came from him. So I love those little touches. I've got my little leg bag. This has got bear spray in there, my Zolio, which is a communication device. It's got your SOS button, so if I am off grid, I can push this button and it will send people who I gave the number to my location, and it will also send my location to emergency services, which is super awesome because being off grid without all that stuff, without that kind of protection, is scary. I've got like all my paperwork and stuff in here. I had to take my amazing jacket that I made. I don't think I'll ever wear it out in the desert, but you know, nice to have. And I'm sure I'm going to pare down all of this stuff. Got my fire extinguisher. I've got a carbon monoxide detector up there. The garage is still full of so much stuff. Steve is super awesome. He's going to take what's left to storage for me because I just don't have time to do it. There's my bumper, guys. Look at my bumper. We had to take it off. I couldn't lift the cargo box up onto the bumper because it's so like warped and bent and messed up. So I don't know if this bumper is going back on or if we're just leaving it off. I don't know. But he's got the cargo box up on jacks right now. The whole underside of the cargo box is like dented in. It's just crazy. Look at my sticker. Follow us. So because the cargo box wouldn't close, it wouldn't lock after the accident, Steve put these on yesterday. So now I can lock the box, which is amazing. I've got my 2 extra water canisters here. I've got 2 more that go in the van. Oh, this is a sad sight. Poor van. Look at that jack, though. Woo, that's an awesome jack. Yeah, this whole thing is kind of messed up. But I have faith that Matt can fix it. I've got all my boating stuff in the top cargo box. Boating and hiking stuff I've got up there. You can see my Max fan right there. And the Max fan is on backwards, but it's the only way it would fit. Let me go around because the sun is all in my eyes. There we go. Yeah, so it is on backwards, but it wouldn't open under the cargo box. So for it to open, it had to go on backwards. But the reason you don't put them on backwards is because when you're driving, the wind will catch it and take it off. But the solar panels block that from happening. So that was not planned out that way. It was a happy accident. One of the few in this whole build that was just like, wow, that really worked out. Everything else has been really difficult because the walls are like curved. Nothing is like box shaped in here. And the floors, when you pull everything out of a minivan, are not even. So you can see what we did to make the floors even. We had to put an extra board here to even this out because it kind of sloped down from here. So that was a pretty easy fix after 3 times of trying to figure it out. Yeah, and I love this box. So he built me this little box. It's got a little lock on it. So I can put my purse and stuff in here, or electronics, which I don't think anybody's going to see the electronics under the floor with the rug. But I can lock things up, like if I go in the boat for, 5 days upstream trip or something. I mean, it's not a great lock. It's not going to keep anybody out. But most people, when they break in, it's just kind of a smash and grab what they can see. So I try to keep anything, that's, I'm going to switch this around. Try to keep anything that's worth a lot of money, I guess, hidden under the floor. Hi, Pidgeys. I've got 2 Pidgeys in my yard right now. Yeah, so just trying to keep everything kind of under the floor so that if we do have a smash and grab situation, there's not much they can see to grab. I don't think anybody will be rustling through stuff. Oh, let me show you real quick. I'm just going to switch this around so you can see it. There it is. So that's the little octopus picture that's going to go in front of, yeah, I'm tired, in front of the jewelry stuff. and it will hold that stuff in. And I got little, I hope I'm saying this right, apothecary boxes. So there's 2 of those that will fit in there, and he put these little things on there to hold the drawers shut. So all my beads are in there. Oh, I didn't show you where my actual jewelry stuff is. So when I set up my table to sell my jewelry stuff, it's got, your little things that you put your necklaces and all that kind of stuff on. Gosh, you can't even see it. It's crazy. Let me switch it around. So under here, this little box he built, there's, of course it's locked. Silly. Yeah, here, now you can see it. So he built this box to bring the fridge up higher because it could go all the way to here. There was no reason for the fridge to be way down here, and it gave me all this extra storage space. So I've got a tent packed in there, my chair, my screen. So you put the screen over your front windows and your little back windows that pop open, and you use magnets to stick your screen, dink, 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 right? So that the bugs can't get in and you can have your doors open. And I also got screens for both the side doors and the back door. So I have those stashed, one on each side. There's one stashed there. There's one stashed over there in that little cubby hole. And there's one, you can kind of see it sticking out of the back there. We have yet to put those in, but that gives me something to do. So yeah, this whole box, I'm getting all sidetracked. This whole box here, it's an under the bed box. Fits right under here, and it's got all of my stuff so I can actually set up a table and sell jewelry. And then all of my jewelry that's already made is up in those little boxes up there, and then the apothecaries will go underneath. I mean, it's really amazing. I fit so much stuff in here. There's still a lot of stuff to go. I have only packed the stuff that goes in the cubbies and in under the floor and under the boxes, kind of my basement, I guess. I've packed the basement and my shelves. And I haven't done the headliner yet. We didn't have time. So today I'm going to pack all of the ground level stuff. FedEx is here. Not for me. Okay. Yeah, so there's still a lot of stuff in the garage. We've got, so most of this stuff is going in the van. That's all the above ground stuff. The bird cages that I've already cleaned, which is only 3 so far, are out here waiting to go in the van because because it's gross in there. This is going to be my foster fail. That's Spring. She's already got her diaper on. She's in her little carry bag. And I did a video on this bag. I haven't posted it yet. The side pops out to make extra space, which is really cool. So both birds can fit in there comfortably. If we're upriver and we can't take their entire tent, they'll be more than comfortable in there. They just don't get along too well yet. It's not really that they don't get along, as long as Spring keeps her distance. They're okay. When Spring gets close or falls over next to Miracle will peck her head. So I can always pop a piece of cardboard between the 2 of them and make 2 different sections. But so I have all the other birds here, and there's 4 more birds, 4 pairs coming, and then 1 more. So I got to get these cages clean and get them out in the garage and pack all that stuff in the garage above ground. I've got in the backyard, my chair is out here, and this is where I sleep. So there's the chair, and it folds out into a bed. All these boxes gotta go. So this thing, it just folds right out. And then you can use it as a chase lounge. You can lay it all the way down. It's pretty cool. I like this thing a lot. And then I have a mattress, a little memory foam mattress that goes over it because this is not the most comfortable thing to sleep on. And I roll up the memory foam mattress and put it in a little bench that you can actually sit on, but the bench folds down and will slide under the chair, so pretty cool. I love you guys. So that was a really long fan tour. Hi Val, I hope you get to watch this when Kai isn't distracting you. Hi Kai. Hi Beth. Let's see. Oh, you got me a camera phone holder. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you. Yeah, trying to be safe. Trying to get all this stuff fixed so I can make this trip. And I haven't gotten a lot of sleep the last 2 nights, but I'm super excited, so I'm like awake and feeling pretty good. I'm a little slower than usual, struggling for words here and there, but I feel like I can safely make this trip, no problem. And if I need to take a nap before I go, I totally will do that. Thanks, Val. Yeah, the setup, it's been so much work, and it's not even done yet. I think it's kind of like getting tattoos, though. Like, I don't think you'll ever really be done. Because I think once you start, like, using things and seeing, well, that doesn't really work how I wanted it to, I think I'm kind of always going to be changing it, which is kind of fun. I guess you do the same in your house, you know, if something's not working, you do something else. So, hi Ray. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in forever. I miss you. Ray asked, where am I going? I'm going to Phoenix to drop off the birds at Sanctuary first. I'm going to stay in Phoenix the night there because it's a 5.5 hour drive, pigeon feathers. And we took a trip to the van build, and it was a 3.5 hour drive, and it took us 5.5 hours to get there because Porter likes to make a lot of stops, and if I see something, I'm like, squirrel, I'm off the side of the road. Oh, look at that, that's neat. And that's the whole point of this trip, is like stopping to smell the roses and enjoy. So I know that this trip is not going to be a 5.5 hour trip. It's going to be more like an 8 hour trip. So I got a motel in Phoenix. We're going to stay there. And then, oh my gosh, I had a big long list. I'm going to go see the Superstition Mountains first, which is super cool. I'm totally into like cryptids and ghost stories and all that kind of stuff. So, and I think it's Goldfield Ghost Town or something is right there. So I'm going to go check that out. And that's in Mesa, Arizona. And then I don't have that list with me, so I'm brain dead. From there up to Payson. It depends on how the weather holds out. As long as it stays cool, we're going to cruise up through then Camp Verde, but that's a lower elevation, so we may skip right past there. There's water there, but if it's too hot, we're not going to hang out. Let's see, after Camp Verde was, I think, up towards Lake Powell, and then, oh my gosh, brain dead. Brian Head, Utah. See a couple things in Utah as long as the weather holds out, like Moab, Arches. Let's see, there was a couple places that I wanted to check out, but if it's too hot, we're just gonna head over to Colorado. I want to go to Leadville. There's a lake like right on the BLM land where you can stay on the lake and camp for free for 2 weeks. So I totally want to do that. And there's like cell service up there. It looks amazing. I saw it on somebody else's video and I was like, that's where I want to go. So after Brian Head, Utah, there's not really a concrete plan from there. I may go to Colorado, I may go to Wyoming, I may go to both, I may go to New Mexico. It just depends on the weather. Yeah, we got to stay cool. So, and then I will come back through Arizona when it cools off, and Utah, and hit like the national parks and the state parks and do all that stuff that it was too hot to do, too hot to do this time around. So I want to kind of stick to, in the beginning, like the first year, couple years maybe, those states, and I want to hit New Mexico, California. But I lived in California. I don't feel like, I mean, I haven't seen everything there, but I don't know. I just don't feel like it's super on my list of things to do. I'll get there eventually. But Nevada, like I've lived here the last 6 years and really haven't gone far from Las Vegas. Just hop, skips, and jumps, you know. We've been to Lake Mead, obviously, Mount Charleston, Red Rock. We saw the stuff that's close, but I want to venture way farther out in Nevada and see what's out here. I mean, I've been watching videos on people that are traveling like in the boondocks in Nevada. There's so many hot springs, and I really want to see Death Valley. So when I come back here when it cools off to see the kids and stuff and do all of my appointments, so I did like my teeth, got my teeth cleaned, I did like a mammogram, got my eyes checked and all that. So when I come back in November, it'll be time for all that stuff again. So that'll work out perfect. Visit the grandkids. Hopefully by then I will have jump seats put in with little seat belts for them. And I can take them camping all over Nevada and possibly into California because we have family there. So it'd be really cool to do that with the kids. That would be amazing. That's my goal, is to take them. They love camping. I love camping. I think it would be amazing. So yeah, I guess that is about my whole tour. I don't have much else. I just got to get these birds cleaned up. Jamie is on her way, and I will keep doing updates. I want to do like a live video from the sanctuary, but I'm not sure what time we're going to end up there. So I don't want to like put out an event for, oh, we're going to go live at 7 o'clock, and then 7 comes and goes and I'm still driving. So, but I will get like a lot of really cool pictures and video for you guys so you can see the sanctuary and the birds at the sanctuary. This place is amazing. When she gets the misters going, it's just like an oasis in the desert. So I can't wait to show you guys that. And then I'm going to go to the motel, and they have a pool, and I'm going to soak in that pool, and hopefully the jacuzzi is open. And I'm going to rest, and it's going to be amazing. And then I'm going to get up in the morning and hit the Superstition Mountains. So, and yes, I always want friends to camp with, Val. Always. That's the whole idea behind this, is going out and making new friends and meeting new people, and cool people though. Like people that camp are usually pretty cool. And just getting away from society, I guess, and the rules of society and the expectations. It's just not for me. The whole like, well, you're a woman, you should be at home cooking and cleaning and, you know, putting all of your feelings aside to care for everyone else. And, you know, I've done that for a really long time, and it's cost me a lot of sanity. And I'm not going to say that's why I drank or why I drugged, or because that's just an excuse. That's a bunch of BS. But it's, yeah, it does cause you a lot of resentment, and like I feel like I didn't really know who I was. I was always living for someone else. So finally, I'm going to go do something I've always wanted to do and live for myself and what I want to do. And like if I want to lay in the hammock, I'm going to lay in the hammock. I mean, I'm still really conditioned to think like I have to get up every morning and, you know, sweep out the van and sweep out the tent and do my laundry. I have this little bag that you can do laundry in and hang it. And so I'm still really conditioned to get up and do all that stuff. I can't wait for the point where I get up in the morning and I'm just like, you know, I don't have to do all this stuff. I am in the middle of nowhere by myself with some cool people, and I just want to lay in the hammock today and not feel bad about it, you know? I can't wait for that eye-opening experience of being able to let go of the rules of society, you know, and I don't have to shave my legs if I don't want to. I don't have to dye my hair. Like, I like my hair right now, but I don't have to put on makeup. But I can if I want to, you know? I can get up and be like, you know, today I'm going to put on makeup and shave my little chin hairs and and then for 2 weeks, I'm not. I'm just not going to do it. So, I love that. I love being free. I've never really been free like that. I've been headed in that direction for a while. Like, I stopped shaving my legs, I don't know, maybe 6, 7 years ago. Um, but this, I think, is going to be so much more freeing and so much more eye-opening. And I think I'm really going to learn a lot about myself. And I love being out in nature because, like, you wake up with the sun and you go to sleep when the sun goes down. You're more in tune with what's going on around you. Even if you're sleeping in a van, when it's raining, you can hear it on the roof. And you're going with nature instead of fighting it. Like, I'm going where there's cooler weather. Instead of staying in a house and running an air conditioner all the time. You know what I mean? I'm kind of doing what they did way back in the day, you know, traveling and finding a better place to be. I'm just really excited about it and really excited to be in tune more with nature and more with my own needs and my body. And I'm going to get out there, and the whole goal is to eat healthier and, of course, quit smoking. That's a really nasty one. And it's got to happen because you can't smoke in a van with a propane heater. That's just dumb. So, yeah, I have maybe like 4 cigarettes left, and I may buy another pack just for the trip and then like pull over and smoke because I've got the birds, so I can't be smoking with the birds in there, which makes for a longer trip. Again, yeah, it's not going to be a 5.5 hour trip. I know that. So, yeah, quitting smoking. I quit drinking a long time ago, quit drugs, Jesus, like 16 years ago. I want to eat healthy and just be more one with nature and more in tune with myself. And I want to come back a mentally and physically much healthier person and be able to rejoin society and do things for other people and animals and actually have the energy and the mindset to really put into it, you know, and not feel like I'm being resentful or not feel like I'm running myself to death. I really want to be in the right mindset. So I'm really excited to, as I'm traveling, to, you know, stop at rescues and donate time and you know, stop when they're feeding the homeless and, you know, help out with stuff like that. I really want to put a lot of effort into volunteering because that's where my heart's at. I love that kind of stuff. So I'm excited. I'm really excited for this new chapter in my life. And I'm reading stuff. Ray, I miss you so much. When I come to California, we definitely have to meet up. Definitely. And hopefully I can bring the kids when I come that way. They have changed so much and they have grown so much. And Scarlett now goes by Logan. Logan has been wearing boy clothes now for, a little over a year. And we were out camping actually. And Grandpa and his grandson, who was about 16, helped us towed our boat up to the hot spring because I couldn't paddle there. It was like whitewater, and I was paddling. I had the motor going, and still we were going backwards. And I was just like, oh my God, we're never gonna make it. So I got over to the shore, and I was trying to walk the boat on the shore, but it was like slippery rocks, and I fell under the boat. I had a hold of the rope though, and I was like drowning. So I had to pull myself up the rope, and the kids are just like, oh, Grandma. And I pulled myself up, and kept towing the boat and kept pulling, and I kept falling, and God, I hurt myself so many times. And this little family saw us, and they were like, "Do you need help?" I was like, "Yeah, I want to get to this hot spring, and I'm not going to give up. I've been trying to get there for 2 years." So they tied us up to their boat and towed us up there, and the grandson's name was Logan. And Scarlett said, "Grandma, I really like that name. Like, I've been looking for a name that feels like me for a long time." And he was going to go with something that started with an S, so it was easy for us to remember, but he really liked the name Logan. So that's where he got his new name from, which is super awesome. And I love that as a family, we're open enough to let him experiment with this kind of stuff. And if it sticks and that's something he wants to do, that we're totally okay with it. And if it's not, we're totally okay with that too. I mean, for a while, Logan wanted to be called Death Bloom, and we did that. So it's just really fun. The kids are amazing. I'm going to miss the kids so much. But Violet calls almost every day on Facebook. So, and we talk and we send silly pictures back and forth. So it's really awesome. It's cool that we have this kind of stuff where we can keep in touch and talk to each other. And like, I remember when we didn't have anything like this. That makes me sound really old. There was no computers. Jeez. I remember when we didn't have microwaves, guys. Yeah. How did we live? How did we live without GPS? I'm just saying, because I got to learn how to read a map. That's super important, especially with all the traveling I'm going to be doing. So I've got a lot to learn. I've learned how to change a tire. I have to learn how to repair a tire. I got a tire repair kit, so I got a lot to learn still. But that's kind of the fun of it, is like all this new stuff I'm learning that I thought I couldn't do. And I can. And it's really cool. And sometimes it's frustrating. Like, I don't like to feel like I can't do something. I don't like to feel like I don't know what I'm doing. It used to make me really angry, and I used to really have an anger problem. But I've been working with my life coach, Michael. If you're watching, Michael, I love you. And he's really helped me see, like, everything is how you want it to be, you know? It's all in how you think about it. You know, you can be the victim all the time, or you cannot, you know, and it's really just your mindset. So it's hard to stay on top of sometimes, to change your mindset. Like, that doesn't just change overnight. It's something you have to consistently work at. And it's definitely a process, but it's so worth it. I'm so much more happy, and I feel so much more alive, and like, I want to spread that positivity to other people. So when I hear other people, I call it stinky thinking, when they're, you know, saying negative things and stuff, I try to like come up with something positive, kind of like what Michael did for me, and, you know, teach them all these little skills and stuff that I'm learning. And it feels good. It feels good to like share that positivity, and you just want to keep sharing and keep sharing it. It's amazing. It's crazy that this never happened for me before. I mean, Jesus, I'm going to be 49 May 25th, guys. Next year's the big one, the big 50. So it took a long time to find this happiness in myself and like let go of all the trauma and the anger. I mean, I'm still working through trauma. And that's the thing, is I never worked through it. I always said that I had like this little box in the back of my mind where I would tuck all these things away. Something would pop up like, oh, that's ugly. That's some trauma from my rape or whatever. We'll just tuck that in that little box back there and put that big old padlock on it, and we're not going to deal with that. And then something would trigger it again, and it was almost as like the lid would kind of lift up and something would escape out, and, you know, and it would come out as anger or something terrible to someone else, you know? So rather than letting these things jump out and escape, I'm opening up the box and pulling things out, each trauma one at a time, and dealing with them. And things are still popping up, but I have skills now for how to deal with this stuff and more of a positive mindset to help deal with it. And it's life-changing, guys. It's really life-changing. So when I'm not so tired and I can fluently speak like a person, who knows, I might be out there doing motivational speaking. Can you imagine? You never know. So I guess I'm going to end this. I got a lot of packing to do, and I got to get on Matt's butt because he's been gone for this whole thing. He went to get like 2 screws at Lowe's, so I'm going to have to message him. Yeah, that guy that's working for free. I'm going to have to message him and be like, hey, come on, can we get it together? He's so super cool, though. Man, I can't say thanks enough to everyone who helped out to make this happen for me. And I cannot wait to like cruise around the country and come visit all you guys. And my heart is so full. I love you guys so much. Everybody. I love everybody. I love you guys. But I got to get packing and get these birds ready so we can actually make this trip. And stay tuned because there's a lot more really, really good stuff to come. I hope to share everything with you guys. The travels, the enlightenment of as I work through these traumas and the struggles. There's going to be lots of them. And how I deal with it in a better way. I just can't wait. It's going to be amazing, guys. I love you. And I will see you later. I'm going to get all teary-eyed. God, I love you guys. Bye. I'm going to let you go. I'm getting all teary-eyed. Yep. So I will update tonight when we are at Sanctuary. Bye, guys. Now I got to figure out how to turn this off.